Hey everybody, it is Bethany Briggs, and welcome to Mindful Moments. I teach healthy coping mechanisms for your flexibility, longevity, mobility, and overall health that with consistency becomes a lifestyle. So today for class, we are going to focus on the upper body. Last week, we focused on the lower body, the hips, specifically. Now with this class, if you put last week's class and this class together, it'd be a full body stretching. So that's an option you can do. But maybe you want to focus on one part of the body at a time, or upper, lower. So today is just an add-on, and also get other parts of the body. So, and like always, I will be having notes that I'll be posting after. So make sure to grab some water. This will be an amazing practice, and I hope you're doing amazing. I hope life is treating you well. Today is also taking a sacred pause, or a centering pause. So us doing this with the upper body helps us do that in this mindful moment of you taking time for yourself, for your healthy coping mechanisms, as there's so many different ones. So, yeah. I think we're going to get started here. Remember to come back throughout the week as much as you can. You will find this on my YouTube as well, so you can always go there. I do put the links in so it's easier to find, as this class will only be available on Facebook for 30 days. So if you want to practice it longer, but that's also where the notes come in, so you can practice on your own. But this week, focusing on your homework as coming to do this class as much as you can until next Thursday, we'll have a new Mindful Moments class. So finding a comfortable seat, you could do this one standing. Some of them might be a little, you might have to figure out how to modify it. But you could do this seated on a bed, on a chair, on the ground, whatever feels good for you. Hi, Lisa. Thanks for joining. I hope you're doing amazing. Good to see you. So, and also grabbing water so you can enjoy some water through it or afterwards to help cleanse your body even more. So let's start out with a couple deep breaths as they help cleanse, ventilate, and get us into a place where we can practice our healthy coping mechanism. Oh, that's amazing. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I'm happy that you guys find so much benefits with these classes. It's what I'm here to serve, to help you guys find your healthy coping mechanisms and teach you some along the way and give you a class to come to practice it on your own time. So thank you, Lisa, for saying that. That's awesome to hear. So we're going to do some breathing, and then we'll get into some upper body stretching, and I'll direct you through it. For each pose, when you do it on your own, if you don't follow the video after this one, I do recommend you do at least 3 to 5 breaths through each one that we do. There's about 7 different poses we're going to do for the upper body. And then also remembering, when you do this on your own, you could pause the video or just set a timer and just move through it intuitively for how you feel. Also remember to listen to your body. That is very important, as we all are different. We have different flexibilities and mobility, so making sure not to hurt yourself. Also, I encourage you to read my disclaimer that I always put on these videos. But yeah, listen to your body. And also you may notice that throughout doing this throughout the week that you're able to do more, or maybe some days it's harder to do a certain thing. So just be mindful where you're at in the present and make it that way. Maybe there's some things that we're doing that you're like, I don't really care for that. So, maybe just taking a pause and just sitting and breathing. That works as well. So let's start. So breathing in, we'll do 3 deep ventilating diaphragmatic breaths. Breathing in, expanding the belly, relaxing the shoulders, and then when you're ready, exhaling through your mouth or nose. Whatever feels good for you, making these the deepest inhales and exhales you've done all day. Breathing in, Breathing in completely. And then when you're ready, letting it all out. Hello, Rebecca. Thanks for joining. You're right on time. We're just starting with some deep breathing. So jump right in. Inhaling for a third time. I hope you're doing amazing. Thanks for joining, everyone. Make this one now the deepest, the longest inhale that you've done. And then on the exhale, making it the slowest exhale that you've done. Slow and steady, relaxing into your breath, finding a centering pause moment for yourself. Now for our first pose for the upper body that we're going to be focusing on is aura sweeps. So I'm going to go back a little bit so you can see me. But we are only focusing on the upper body. So breathing in, bring your hands to touch above your head, and then exhaling as you go down. We'll do these for 3 to 5 breaths, but you can always do it longer if that feels good. Inhale as you go up, and exhale as you go down. Inhale. And exhale. I recommend you taking this a slower practice. Don't try to just zoom through it, but there are some days where you maybe want to go a little bit faster. So your speed is up to you. Just make sure you don't hurt yourself. And making sure to breathe. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up, and exhale down. Bringing your hands to the ground, fingertips touching the ground like this. And we're going to do some half neck circles. This also is something you really got to be mindful of, especially if you have any kind of neck injuries. Sometimes you're able to do the full circles, but just sticking with the half circles for now. Now, if you're in your own practice and you're able to do the full circles, go for it, but I'm just going to instruct the half circles. So bringing left ear to left shoulder, however you can, inhaling. And then on the exhale, you want to sweep your head down and around. So you have right ear to right shoulder. Breathe in. And then exhale, sweeping forward, going to left ear to left shoulder. Inhale. And then making sure these are slow movements, especially with your neck. You don't want to hurt your neck. Sweeping forward as you go around, right ear to right shoulder. Inhale. Sweeping around slowly. Exhaling. Inhale, left ear to left shoulder. Now holding here for a breath or two. And if you're able to, bringing your left hand to the top of your head and just slightly push it so you get a little bit of a deeper stretch. Now, if this is too much, just hold your head with the left ear, left shoulder. You don't want to overextend or hurt, so just do what feels good for you. Remembering to breathe. And you can breathe in and out through your nose. You can breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth. Making it your own practice. Now bringing that left hand back to the ground, and we're going to breathe in and sweeping your head down into that half circle, right ear to right shoulder, and holding here. If it feels good, doing the same thing that you did on the left side, but with your right hand. Listening to your body and breathing here for a couple breaths. Getting a deeper stretch in. Now bringing your right hand to the floor. And instead of going all around with the circle, we're just going to bring our chin over chest. Breathing in, and on the exhale, coming up. So now we're going to go into shoulder circles. I'm going to introduce some rolls, shoulder rolls. Now, if the rolls are something that's like, I don't really like that, that's okay. Just keep doing the circles, but it's kind of fun. So first, starting out with the shoulder circles. And put your hands on your knees, or you can have them in the front, kind of like just dangling, have your hands dangling. Just want to have a bunch of range of motion in your shoulders. Bringing them up and around. I'm starting backwards, but you can always start forward as we'll flip it and do the other way before we go into the rolls. Now, when we go into the rolls and you don't like it, just continue to do shoulder circles. Going slower and listening to your body. Inhaling and exhaling. Thanking yourself for coming here now. Take care of yourself. Now flipping those circles to the other way, whichever way you were doing, go opposite. And like I said, when we go into those rolls, if you don't want to do them, just keep doing the circles with your shoulders. Or you can sit in stillness and just do some natural or deep breathing, whatever feels good. Alrighty, so for these shoulder rolls, put your hands on your knees and you're just going to it's hard to explain, but I think if you can see it, you're kind of just rolling through. Don't want to hurt yourself, just go slowly. It's like doing one shoulder and then the other, like you're swimming with your shoulders instead of your hands. And then, so we're starting out with the back. Now, if this is not something you want to do, like I said, do other shoulder roll circles or just sit in stillness. Now doing the shoulder rolls to the front, swimming forward, remembering to breathe. You're doing great. Proud of you for taking care of yourself in this moment. Now holding still, breathing in and breathing out. Now we're going to do some side body stretching. So I'm going to be doing going to the left, going to the right. But for you, if you just want to hold and just do a couple breaths on each side, that's fine as well. Come join me. Inhaling to the left. Now I'm going to be going down to my forearm. Now, if that's not in your practice and you just want to stay on your hand, that's okay too. Maybe looking up at the ceiling, taking a breath here. Now, if you want to hold on that side, you can. I'm going to be moving back and forth between the two sides and just adding a little bit of movement. Now, same thing with your right arm. You can come onto the forearm, kind of look forward, or just stay on your hands. I like to tent my fingers, or you can put your palm down and just hold there. If you want to move through these, feel free to as well. Breathing in and out, in and out. Doing what feels good for you, but also listening to your body and getting in the stretch that you need, that you're able to do with your flexibility and mobility. Not wanting to make this a moment where you hurt yourself. This is all about being mindful and being in the present and practicing some healthy coping mechanisms to help you get through, to help regulate your nervous system, as that's a big theme for this week, is regulating the nervous system. And then also today being taking a centering pause prompt. So this is a great time to take that centering pause for yourself. You're just going back and forth, or just holding and moving from side to side slowly, whatever feels good for you. Now going to the center, we're going to do some twists. So with these twists, engaging your core, inhaling your hands up. So inhaling hands up. And when you twist, you want to exhale. Bring your left hand to right knee, your right hand down behind you, kind of tenting your hands. You want to elongate the spine on the inhale. And then on the exhale, twisting. I like to bring my head to look behind me. But if that's too much on the neck, listen to yourself and just keep your neck where it's at. Inhaling, and then on the exhale, maybe just go a little bit deeper into the stretch. If that's not where you're at, just hold and breathe. Inhale and exhale. Thinking about yourself as like a dish towel, and you're wringing out everything that's no longer serving you. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, coming on up. Now bringing your right hand to your left knee, your left hand behind you. Inhale, elongating the spine, and exhaling to the twist. Same thing, you can look behind you. If you have the range of motion in your neck, if not, just keep it where it's at, looking to the side, wherever your head is. Inhale, elongating the spine, and maybe exhale, twisting deeper. If that's not for you, then just stay still and just breathe. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Doing this at your own pace. Inhale, coming forward, and exhale, bringing your hands down. Next, we're going to go into some seated spinal flexes or seated cat-cows. I'll go to the side so you can see. You want to put your hands on your shins, or you can put them on your knees. Hello, Roger. Thanks for joining. Hope you're doing well. So inhale, bringing chest forward, making sure to engage your core, elongating the spine. Inhaling forward as in a cow, like if you're on your hands and knees. And you could go to your hands and knees, but since we're focusing on the upper body, we're doing the seated spinal flexes. So inhale and exhale, rounding the spine like in cat. Inhale, sounds good. Replay when you can. Great to see you. Hope you're doing well. Inhale, and then exhaling, moving slowly. I know in some practices I've done before, you go faster, and if you're in the mood to go faster, great, but if not, just go slow with me. Also, this is another one you really got to make sure you engage your core, especially if you're going a little faster, because you could hurt your spine. So engaging the core keeps your spine safe while you're doing these spinal flexes. Now you can keep your hands on your shins, or you can move your hands to your knees. Now, when you're doing these spinal flex with your hands on your shins, you're going to feel it more in the lower part of your back. And on the knees, you'll feel it in the upper. So I like to play around with both, so I get the movement and the stretching in the upper and lower. Just remembering to breathe as you go forward. There's also a great chest opener. And I guess a shoulder opener too. This is number 6 on the pose. We got one more after this, and that's going to be some Sufi grinds. It's always a great one for the whole spine and your sides, your upper body. Breathing and moving. Going slow, engaging the core. These are great for if you sit a lot to help bring some range of motion to your spine. Now inhale, coming to center, and we're going to go into the Sufi grinds. This one is also great for if you sit a lot. And just to kind of reset the whole system. So elongating the spine. You also want to engage your core some, because you got to be careful not to hurt your back. So this is the one where you are the ladle in a big pot. And you want to breathe in, come forward. This is kind of similar to the cow, as you want to bring your chest forward. And then as you go back, rounding your spine like in cat, and exhaling. Inhaling forward, exhaling as you go back, making this a slower movement. I know in the past I've instructed it fast, but today we're going slow. And this is why it's great for you to come back and practice, because you can make it your own for each different day. And like I was saying, this class is a great pairing to the class we did last week where we focused on the lower body and the hips. I do these together as a full body some nights, and it's really nice. But if you just have time for, upper or lower, there's the two different classes to help you. But bring them together, you get a whole nother experience. Now as you come forward, we're going to flip the circles. So going the opposite way that you're going. Inhaling forward, exhaling back. Inhaling forward and exhaling back. Going slow. Listening to your body. And then when we get done with this, we're just going to sit in a little meditative space, breathing in deeply or naturally, and reflecting on how you can take a centering pause. Maybe this is what you needed. Where can you cleanse, release, restore, forgive, rest, let go, detox. And we'll be focusing on this centering pause for this week and next week, and then June 1st we'll go into intention setting. Alrighty, coming forward, breathing in, elongating the spine, and now coming into that meditative space. Let's take 3 breaths together, breathing in and exhaling, letting it all out. Breathing in and breathing out. Let it go. Whether you're breathing in through your nose, exhaling through your mouth, or you're breathing in through your nose and exhaling through your nose. Breathing in for a 3rd time. And then exhaling when you're ready. Now dropping into this short little meditative space, sitting in stillness, focusing on your breath, or reflecting on where you can take a centering pause in your life today with some of the suggestions that I mentioned. Maybe this is what you needed. Maybe you need more. You can also go to the Everyday Encouragement post for today to give you a journaling prompt. Or just sit here in silence and breathe and focus on where you can take a centering pause. Or maybe you just want to check in with yourself. How are you feeling now? Do you feel better? Or maybe you just want to sit in stillness and not think about anything but your breath. Maybe you want to think about gratitude. Making this closing practice your own. And I'll leave you in silence. And I'll let you know when to come out. Inhaling and exhaling at your own pace, your own time. wiggling your fingers and wiggling your toes, coming back into the present moment. Maybe just shaking it out if that feels good. Maybe just do a little slight stretching to get back into the present moment. Let's take one more deep breath together, breathing in and breathing out. May the Lord bless you and keep you. May his face shine upon you and be gracious to you. May you look to him for peace and comfort, and may you breathe easily and come to your mindful moments of healthy coping mechanisms to help you through your day. Amen. God bless you. I hope you have an amazing day. I hope you enjoyed class. Like I said, this is a great pairing with last week with the hips. You can do all these together, upper, lower body, and make it a full body practice. Or hey, just do this by itself. Like I said, you can speed it up to make it a quicker practice, or you can slow it down to make it a longer practice. It's really up to you. I'll be posting up the notes for you so you can save them for later and come back to the practice. But I do encourage you to come to this video and have accountability. Drop a comment, But if not, that's okay. As long as you're being consistent in your practice, that's the most important thing. And then if you fall off, you don't practice, give yourself grace and just start again. Give yourself that love, don't forgive yourself and just be okay. I didn't practice the last couple days some healthy coping mechanisms, but hey, it's in my mind now, so let's do it now. So it's all about recentering, refocusing, rewiring, and coming back to where it's a lifestyle change. And it takes time, but it's possible. And before you know it, practicing every day, and this could be something where you just do some breaths. Maybe you're not able to do a whole stretching and you just want to do a short little stretch, incorporate a few things that we've done and just go from there, taking yourself like 1 to 5 minutes in the morning and maybe 1 to 5 minutes at night, or maybe you want 1 to 5 minutes in the middle of the day. Maybe you just do some breath. Maybe you find a workout you like doing. Maybe you go for a walk. Maybe you go outside. Make it your own. There's so many different healthy coping mechanisms, and we're all different. So finding the ones that speak to you is very, very important. And remember, water. Take your time with water. I put up every Tuesday, it's a water meditation / prayer / affirmation creating post that can help you through your water. That's a mindful moment right there. Read through the post and go do that. Or you can do the count your blessings or the weekly check-in, or just even reading the everyday encouragement and drinking and some water, or just breathing while you're reading it, that counts as well. There's so many different ways you can do, and don't limit yourself to having it have to be a specific way, because we're all different. We're all unique. You got to make it your own. So you stick with it. So it feels good for you. So you go to the healthy coping mechanisms instead of the unhealthy coping mechanisms that mask and push things deeper, because you can push them deeper, but things will come up. So with these healthy coping mechanisms, they help you with the healing and growing, working through things. I like to say pray, or pause, breathe, reflect, and pray. And that's a mindful moment too. So, you're welcome, Roger. Thanks for joining. I hope once you're able to replay, you enjoy the whole class. Let me know how you thought about class today. Did you like it? Do you have any suggestions that you would like to see in class? Thank you, Rebecca and Lisa and Roger, for joining. And thank you to everyone else that comes on and joins. I appreciate you guys so much. If you found this to be useful, please share it with others, because you never know who it might help. I do accept stars and tips via Facebook Pay, but that is not necessary. Don't feel obligated. Sharing, commenting, and just coming to class is the most important thing. Coming to class, practicing, having your mindful moment, practicing your healthy coping mechanisms. That is the most important thing. And I'm just here to help teach and to help show you the different things that you could do in a class format. So again, thank you for joining. I'll see you again Thursday. Oh, nice. The affirmation reminders are helpful. That's awesome. Yep. And I've been doing it a little bit different. Not doing an everyday affirmation, but having it be more empowering for yourself. So Sundays and Tuesdays are the affirmation reminders. You know, I do it with the water post that I was just talking about, with the affirmation creating for yourself, and then also creating a weekly affirmation where you can write it down, put it on a post-it note, and have that be your weekly affirmation to help you through things. I just think it's more empowering for you to come up with your own. I mean, we've gone through a lot. You can go to my reels and there's a bunch of affirmations there that you can pick from, but I just wanted to change things up, and it's been a couple months this way. But Lisa, thanks for sharing that. I'm glad they're helpful. I do find that affirmations are helpful as well. It's an amazing healthy coping mechanism, you know, to help reframe and rewire your brain and your thinking, because the thoughts aren't yours. You know, some thoughts are something you picked up on the outside, and it's good to bring it back to what's going to help you grow and heal, and that's healthy. So I will be here next Thursday live. I'm not 100% sure when class will be next Thursday. I didn't look at my schedule. So I'm thinking it's going to be around like 12:30, 12:45 next week, but I will let you know. And so keep your eyes out on my weekly schedule, and also Wednesdays I post the reminder for class, and that's where it'll have the time as well. So mark your calendars. I do these classes live every Thursday, so they'll be here. If you're not able to come to the live, replaying is always an option. As you stay up for 30 days here on Facebook, but they're also on YouTube. I put these up on YouTube so you can come back to them at any time, and those will always be there. So I hope you have a blessed day. God bless you. Sending you so much love. Thank you again for joining. And yeah, we'll see you next time. See you soon. Thank you guys. Sending you all the love.